Kind of a tough one after being up 2-0. What kind of, from your vantage point, what happened that allowed them to get back in and ultimately get the win?
Well, unfortunately, they got a fortunate bounce and they had a breakaway in the first goal, but we had the game in well control at that point with a lot of hard work and doing a lot of the right things. And I think that might have put us back on our heels a little bit too much, because I think we gave them just a few too many opportunities in the third period. Maybe just playing a little bit backing off, trying to protect the lead. But overall, we skated very well. They're a good team. We're going to see them lots in the next month and a half, so we got to be ready for them every night to be like that. I thought the good part of it was we got them to play our style of game, which is a little bit more wide open and up and down. You don't see 85 shots in a game against these guys very much, so I think that was a positive, and it puts some, maybe plants a seed in their head for some more games down the road. But we're used to winning in this building this year, and tonight was a hard-fought 1 point, but we're not going to be satisfied with that. We're going to continue to build on it and get better. I thought there was a lot of good things, though, so we'll take the good things out of the game and correct a few of the mistakes.
How nice was it to have Borro back?
Yeah, Borro's been great. He's a physical presence. He plays a lot of minutes, and we've been taking some penalties lately, so he's definitely he's great in that area to help us kill those off. We did a good job of that tonight. So he's just a big presence, not only physically on the ice, but he's a big personality in the dressing room that really takes control. So some great leadership there.
And Coach, on the other side, you weren't able to score on the power play tonight. What do you have to work on to correct that?
I think as the lockout has kind of affected a lot of teams, our personnel, especially on the power play side of things, have really been changed the personnel-wise. So I think what we've been doing is trying things, and we've given everybody an opportunity to show what they have. And I think tonight was our first night that we put two combinations together without actually really working on it in practice. So you got to work at the power play. Power plays, you got to use your best skill, but you got to outwork the other team, because penalty killing is just all hard work. So we'll continue to work on it, but today was a first step in the right direction to get things going. I thought we created some chances, but unfortunately we didn't get the goal.
How frustrating is it for you that Albany is able to get 47 shots, not particularly an offensive team usually?
40 shots for, you mean?
47
yeah,
against.
Against, yeah. No, well, that's we kind of got them to play the style of game that we want to create and play. So, for them to give up almost 40 shots is very uncharacteristic. So, you gotta get them to play, I guess, your style if you want to play your style. So, we have Robin that's very solid back there. We're very confident in him, and obviously the penalties. I think we spent a little too much time in our zone killing, and we didn't get a lot of clears, which unfortunately leaves us to block a lot of shots, or Robin has to save a lot of shots. So I think the shot count on the power play was pretty high for them too. So we got to definitely cut down in that area, and I think that will cut down in our shot count overall.
One thing on the positive side was the team did block a ton of shots tonight, especially in the second period, a couple times on a kill. Not just defensemen, but forwards. I'm sure that's something that you have to be pretty happy about. Yeah,
no, we've done a great job of that all year, especially the penalty kill, but all our team has done a good job with that. So I think same thing as the power play. We have different personnel, and a few of them are on the penalty kill, so they get the opportunity to do that, but it's hard work and it's sacrifice, and blocking shots is not fun, but you get a big reward if you can get some points at the end of the night.
On another side note, not a side note, but on another note, how hard was it tonight, with all the things that were going on in the arena, with all the purple in the building? I'm sure you had to have some mixed emotions. Yeah, no, it's, I want to thank the community of Binghamton. It's been supportive to our family right from the beginning, and as well as the organization. So, it is, it's kind of a warm feeling in one way, but that's the tough thing about pro sports. There's no forgiveness there, and you gotta be a pro every night. So a lot of these players go through things just as the coaches do, and in the personal side of life, and you have to when the pucks drop, you kind of got to put that aside, as hard as it is at times. But it was a comforting feeling to know that you had that much support in the building and the whole city and community. I would imagine it was really nice for you to see a lot of the fans dressing in purple tonight. Obviously, the team's wearing the warm-up jerseys and everything else that go towards raising money and awareness, but also there's so many fans tonight that came out, wearing, whether it be a T-shirt, a sweatshirt, or whatnot, and really coming out and supporting the cause. Yeah, no, it was. It's great, and it, the whole thing for us is it's really not
fundraising initiative. It's more of an awareness initiative, and just to see that means that the word is spreading, and there's some good conversations hopefully coming from it. So I think that's the whole objective, and I think it was a very successful night.
Other than your wife Stephanie, who we know is here, Strump Puck, was anybody else from your family here?
Yeah, my parents and my mother and father-in-law were here. My sister was here with one of our best friends that we grew up with from Ottawa, and actually our two babysitters from Philadelphia were here with one of them with their new young daughter. So it was kind of nice to have everybody here, and then we had some friends just locally that we've met that joined our family tonight. So it was really nice to have everybody together and enjoy an entertaining hockey game, but be here to support each other on a real great event.
I understand that it would have been your daughter's birthday this Friday. What does it mean to you to be able to sort of honor her in this way?
You know what, we've right from the start, I think it's been a youth-driven movement to do it for Darren, and it's created its own wheels. The parents and us as parents and the adults have just given it a little bit of direction. And I think we've really tried to keep Darren's grief to our own family and close friends, and we've tried not to, I don't know if it's glamouricize or whatever you want to call it, into a golf tournament or a fundraiser or something like an event like tonight. What we wanted to use is that movement which the youth really wanted and embraced and started, is just to kind of give it some direction and let it go and help other people. So we're very proud that that this event, in Darren's name, kind of behind the name, but really we're really proud of what it's doing and creating awareness in communities, and not just here, but North America and worldwide, that we've seen it spread with the use of the internet.
Who did start the Do It For Darren initiative in the beginning?
There was three of Darren's friends in Ottawa. One of them is Reed Murphy, which is the son of Rob Murphy, which is a pro scout with the Ottawa Senators that we've been close families with, and two of Darren's real close friends. So what they did is they really needed something to grasp to, and they weren't taking no for an answer, which was great. And we just thought, as adults, we got to do something with this as it has steam. And the Ottawa Senators had a night like this that year in February, and it's continued on. And I know it's graduated to other communities, and through I know the schools that the girls went to, and the hockey programs that they've played with, and now Hockey Canada is having the World Women's Hockey Championships in Ottawa this year, and they're teaming up with DIFD and doing a game that night and having a full purple night in the rink. So we're really proud of where it's going, and it was Erin Sove is one of the girls that was Darren's best friend through hockey, and Lisa Benvenuti, and then there was Reed Murphy. Were really the three that kind of got on board and started this initiative, and they were running with it whether we were helping them or not. So we just thought as adults that we would give them a little guidance and help, and we got the Royal Hospital in Ottawa, which is the mental facility in Ottawa. We thought we'd really back it with some clinician advice and make sure it's guided the right way, and they've done a wonderful job of doing that. So not only is the website is a great place to go and see some cool things for the youth, but they get some really good advice from the best people in the world.
Now, in reference to the game, how's it feel to be back in town and back to work after the All-Star break?
Yeah, it's been a long time since we played here, and we want to get back to a winning feeling here. Tonight was a good and up and down hockey game, but we let the other team back in it, and we got to get back to that style of winning hockey games in this rink, making it real tough on opponents. But it was definitely nice to come home to our home fans. It's been a while with the All-Star break and 4 road games. But now it's time to go win some home games, and we got a lot of games coming up, so we're really looking forward to it.
And with Boro back in the lineup, what does that mean for the team?
Definitely more leadership in the dressing room, right out onto the ice. The physical presence is huge. Not to say he's only a defensive player, but he's real rock solid defensively and moves the puck well. He just gives us a presence on the ice in the physical department, and then on the bench in the dressing room, he's a leader. Next to nobody.
And a little time off, then you're back to it Tuesday. Can you tell me, what sort of mentality you guys got going into the next game and to finish out the season?
We talked about, just real quick after the game, that I thought they skated very well tonight and we competed well. I thought we maybe backed off a little bit in the third period and let them come back at us and tie the game, but I thought it was a good step in the right direction. But as always, we said from day one, we're here to get a little bit better every day in every game, and that's what we're going to work on tomorrow even, to get ready for Tuesday, to get a little better, and we're going to come out on top Tuesday. We're going to get determined and get ourselves playing 20 people together for 60 minutes. And we can't have 19, we can't have 18, and we can't do it for 50 minutes. We got to do 20 guys for 60 minutes. It's kind of a team motto we've had all year, and we've been real good at it. There's been a few stumbling blocks, with personnel lately, just to get kind of grooving as a unit again. But I thought today was a big step in the right direction, and we want to take that next step on Tuesday, and then right into next weekend.
Do you have any sponsors for the DFD that you really thankful for
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah. Actually, there's a couple sponsors that were huge. I think the both our construction. Jim O'Brien was huge. Donated jerseys for I believe it was Albany, and then Sunstream was Gary Lasky. Both of them who I play men's league hockey with. I've gotten to know personally, but they're great community people and they're big hockey fans, and they've been great. Gary Lasky and Sunstream donated our jerseys, and then Tioga Downs Casino and Racetrack, and then obviously the Mental Health Association of the Southern Tier. Both Keith and Joanne were fabulous to work with Stephanie mostly on this, and Hacker Threads for sure. Zona, the company grill right next door, I think they had a held event before and after the game, which was great. And obviously just getting permission from the AHL and Albany being on our side of things and letting us have this event and doing anything that we asked or needed for the event was great. And then I mentioned the community of Binghamton is huge, but the Binghamton Senators, all Kate Krenzer on the media relations for sure, and obviously Tom Mitchell heading up things and really getting things organized and what we needed to do. Matt Custer's he was a big help in getting things ready for the whole event on the game night. And Tom Severance is our equipment manager. Really did a great job working and coordinating, getting purple laces, getting the jerseys done for both teams. That's not an easy thing to do, especially with Albany. They don't want to give up too much information, but Chris Lamorello was awesome. I met him at the All-Star game, and he's called 2 or 3 times whenever we needed, wanted to donate extra autograph sticks, which was really nice. So we really appreciate their help. But the players and the trainers and the coaches, it's a distraction on a game night. We ask them to be professional and play hard every night, but then they also got sometimes extra things on the side that we ask them to do. And tonight's obviously a little more personal. And I get along great with the players, and I know they care a lot about the coaching staff and myself, so they put a lot into it. So I know it's a hard thing to tug on your emotions when you're trying to go out and play 60 hard minutes.